Welcome to the module number 24 of the digital marketing course. We have talked about the niche research, we have talked about the audience research, and now comes the next part where we're going to talk about our competitor research. In the last video, at the end, I told you that competitor research is really important because you would never know who you are competing with, and then you cannot create better content than them, and you cannot outrank them on Google or other social media or other search engines. All right, and you can't just build an audience, if you don't know what other competitors are doing, what other people are doing in your niche. All right. So competitor research is really, really important. And just like I have repeated a many number of times that, in the beginning, your competitors are your best friends because they tell you actually what is working for them. And you can use this information to actually create something that will work for you as well. Because if people are engaging well with their content, then they are going to do so. You can be certain that, your content can also be appreciated by people. A lot of bloggers, a lot of writers, they fear that what they write might not be liked by people. Well, if this is something grammatical, or if you can't write well in English, that's a separate issue altogether. But the topic that you write on, okay, that is associated with the niche, with the audience, and with the competitors that you have in your domain, because you have to be different than your competitors. You have to find your unique angle. You have to find the USP that, how are you better than your competitor? Okay, what is something that you provide that your competitors don't provide? All right. And since we are talking about a niche, obviously the number of competitors are going to be lesser in number, but when we compare it with the bigger markets, the competitors are going to increase. All right. That is why I told you in the beginning itself that starting from niche research, choose something that has a limited audience. Okay, a limited, by limited I mean not a very broad audience, but a problem that is very specific to an audience. The problem is there for a lot of people. Okay, the audience numbers are not limited, but the problem has to be limited, right? You have to be very specific in terms of what you are trying to solve using your blog. Okay, so let's just start ahead. Like, how would you do this competitor research, and then the template about how you are going to save that information, and what all help is it going to do you when you create your content and research your content. All right, so let's just get started. Now, for competitor research, you have to look for sites that are targeting the main pain points, the problems, plus any of the desires of your audience. Okay. So, we talked about hopes, we talked about the status aspiration, right? So everything that a site is talking about related to your niche, then that brand is your competitor. Okay. You need to seek inspiration from that brand as well in terms of what they are doing so that you can do even better. But also you have to outrank them by building, by creating content, by creating a brand, by, selling your USP to the people so that, they be your customers and not just theirs. Okay. So it has to be a win-win, all right, for your customer and for yourself as well. We don't mean to talk negatively about, taking people out of, the competitors. No, that's not what I'm asking. If you have done your niche research, well, then you have a very specific audience, that will relate just to you because of your own experiences, because of your own passions, and what all information that you have curated while doing the research. All right. So how would you find them? Actually, you will just search Google to find the competing blogs using search queries like, so top blogs in weight loss industry in 2020. Okay, let's just try that. Okay, let's just go to google.com. Let's just search for top blogs on weight loss 2020. Okay, so let's see what comes up. See, top 100 weight loss bloggers for 2020. Now you have 100 competitors in just one list. And now when you go ahead and read them regarding weight loss, your niche has to be specific. Like, are you making weight loss possible using just diet, or a combination of diet and exercise, or are you just focusing on yoga, or are you just focusing on keto diet, right? There are a lot of niches that comes out of it in the health industry. So you'll have to be specific about that. But now I've showed you how you can actually find the list of those blogs. See, best weight loss blogs of 2020, top 100 weight loss blogs, 2020's top weight loss blogs. Now you have the list, right? So you have to just go to these blogs and research about what these competitors are doing. What are the latest posts about? What have they been producing since last 3 months? Okay. It's upon you on how deep you want to go into your research, right? So other keywords that we can actually look for are like best blogs on weight loss. Okay. So just instead of top blogs, let's just type on best blogs on weight loss, and we are going to get another list. Okay. So these are almost similar. But this proves the thing that, these are your competitors, because no matter what the keyword query is, the same blogs are coming up again and again. All right. Then there is a niche blogs you need to follow. So just, let's type it in this way: weight loss blogs you need to follow. Okay. So see, again, best weight loss blogs of 2020. So you have the list here in just 3 search queries. You can be very creative with what you want to search here. So it's totally on you. See, weight loss blogs over 50, weight loss blogs for moms, weight loss blog comments, weight loss blogs UK, top weight loss blogs 2020. Now see, this is again a new search query that we can search for weight loss blogs India. All right. So then Indian weight loss blog, Indian weight loss tips. Now these are your direct competitions. Okay. Because these are not just providing you the lists. These are the blogs on weight loss itself. Okay. So this is how you find your competition. Okay. Let's move ahead. Then the next step is that, when you have this information, what are you going to do with it? You have to save it actually for your future purposes, because when you have the list of competitors available with you and the latest posts that they are, posting, then you can actually read those content information and you can build something better out of it. Okay. And, when you have done this research about your competitors, then maybe even 6 months down the line, you know who your competitors are, and you can just, go to that competitor website and just see what they are producing. Okay. So how can you do that? Documenting the data for content creation efforts. This is the template part that I was talking about. Okay. So this is the template that I have opened for you. What you are going to do is you are going to, enter in the website URL of that competitor here. You can enter the website name, and also you have to look for, the Facebook page username, the Instagram username, and the Twitter username, and, any of the social network that your brand is present at, because you just don't need to focus on the written content that they create, but you also need to learn what are they producing on social media. Okay, the visual content that they are producing. Okay, so that will help you even decide the different content types that you should also be focusing on as you move along your journey of digital marketing. You might be starting with the blogs, and that's perfectly fine. That's the easiest way to do so. And written content is there to stay, and Google and other search engines are going to rank it for months and months to come if your content is of great quality, and if it follows the SEO standards, which we are going to talk about in the coming videos when we talk about SEO, when we start learning SEO. All right. So this all is all connected, related to your website, just like I told you. So you just have to enter in these details and just keep this file handy with you. Okay. The platform that I'm using for this is Google Sheets. Okay. If you don't know about that, you can just Google it. You can create a free account using your Gmail ID, and then you can use the platform Google Sheets, which is similar to Microsoft Excel. All right. So I'm going to provide the link of this template below this video. It's going to be there, so you can access this template. You don't have to create it on your own. This will be created for you. And as an example of what you can do with it, let me just show you how I do my competitor research. All right. So for a project that I was working on, which was related to the health industry, you can see that I have listed the websites for my competitors, the top 10 competitors that I had, and then I have written the names. Then I have added in the Facebook usernames, right? Then, if there was no account, if they were not present on Facebook, I have just entered in this no account information. And with this Instagram, we have the links of Instagram, then we have the links for Twitter, right? And for this, it is no account again. So that's how you can save this information. And now you know that even after 3 months, if you want to visit a competitor website, you just have to open this sheet and you have to just click on this link and you'll directly land onto their page. You don't have to remember, you don't have to again search for them. You know that you have saved your information in a document that you can access anytime that you want. All right. And this will save you a lot of time while researching, because you don't have to look at the blogs, the competitors who are not the top 10 competitors. Okay, you have to be the best of the best. So this list contains the 10 topmost blogs in the health industry when I was doing my research. Okay, so I just have to be better than them. All right, so I am going to keep my focus on just these 10 blogs. All right, because I'm a single individual who has to do all the research and who has to do the content creation part. Everybody has this 24 hours in a day. So you need to focus on the best of the best and then beat the best. Okay, and I'm going to tell you how in the next video when we talk about the content creation part, like how can you be better than them. All right, so that's going to be a very interesting video where I'm going to talk about a technique coined by a very famous marketer, and I'm going to show you how it can actually help you with your content creation efforts, and how your competitors are going to help you a lot when you follow that technique. Okay, so stay tuned for that video. This is all about the content the competitor research part and in the content marketing game. So in the next video, let's meet there and we talk about content creation. So this is Anmol Dugal signing off. Bye bye.